Treysen Eaglestaff was a South Carolina Gamecock for about 2 weeks. The North Dakota transfer has decommitted from South Carolina. A couple of rumored destinations as to where he is going to end up after this decommitment. Touch on that in a little bit. Some of it might be good news to you, Dion. But what do you make of the decommitment shortly after making the commitment to South Carolina?
Um, my anytime you see this, you have to assume some money stuff happened, right? Like there were some promises made that weren't delivered upon. Um, that has to be your first assumption is that like, hey, he was promised X amount of money, didn't get it. And he said, okay, I'm out of here. There's also there is a world here where Treysen Eaglestaff like committed early, took a look around and said, hey, I'm a little bit better than these guys. Like maybe some promises were made elsewhere. Um, um, maybe some promises were made elsewhere from other people where they were able to bid more than South Carolina. And maybe he took like the cheap way out originally and said, hey, like I'm gonna go get mine. I don't know. I think Eagle staff, there's also the real world possibility. He said, oh, Michi's back. No. I'm not doing that. And I think that's probably as big um, um, of an issue as anything. But I think it's definitely financial.
Here's how I think this played out. Some of this is based on a little bit of knowledge that I have, and some of this is based on just insinuating and educated guesses, let's say. It was a surprise when he picked South Carolina. Like I don't think anybody was expecting Eagle staff to make that kind of commitment that quickly, knowing what else could potentially be out there for him. So I think that was a surprise. And then when Michi does decide to go back to South Carolina, I think that was a trigger for other schools to reach out to him and say, like, hey, are you still interested in that? Because as much fun as I talked about a Michi Johnson, Eli Ellis, Tracy Eaglestaff backcourt would be, because that's like diabolical levels of inconsistency and streakiness, which would just be a lot of fun to watch, be like Caleb Love on steroids. There is the question about playing time and role because Michi Johnson is coming in, given his track record with the program, his track record with Lamont Paris, he's going to start. He's going to get big minutes. That's going to eat into your role a little bit. I think that served as a trigger for some of these other schools to reach out to him with a little bit more money than perhaps South Carolina was offering, perhaps with a little bit of a bigger role than South Carolina could then promise him, perhaps a little bit of both, cause him to reevaluate his options. I do think he's making this move knowing where he's going next. It's not one of those things where it's, I don't want to be here anymore. I think he found a better option or better two options he's not deciding between as opposed to just trying to figure things out.
You might notice there's a lot of lights on behind me. There's a big ring light I'm using to record this. You want to know why those lights stay on? Because of Underdog, because of these ad reads, people.
Yeah, we heard your feedback. You're annoyed that we keep putting Underdog ads in the middle of our videos. Well, guess what? We got to keep the lights on, and we need some people to sign up for Underdog Fantasy. If you like these videos, if you want us to keep making videos, sign up with Underdog Fantasy. Use promo code SLEEPERS, and they actually have an awesome offer for you. You can receive up to $1,000 in bonus credits. 50% of your first deposit will be distributed in bonus credits, and you get a free pick. And Cart, I got a pick with Underdog Fantasy for this weekend that I'm already eyeing. We got the Pistons and the Knicks, first playoff series in a while for our favorite team. Cade Cunningham over 27.5 points. I'm taking higher than that for my pick with Underdog. Promo code SLEEPERS. Sign up with Underdog Fantasy. It helps the show. It helps us keep making these videos for you. Back to the show.
Two of those options that are rumored, it's just rumors, Kentucky and West Virginia. I think Kentucky is the chance at the payday and a chance to win. West Virginia is the payday and a chance for a roll.
Hey, we win sometimes, man. What was that?
Let's start with let's if he does make the move to West Virginia, how do you see that playing out?
Demon home. Demon home. Simple as that. Demon home. Let's get after it, Trey. Let's get after it. Demon
Is he just
home.
going to be able to? Is he just going to be able to shoot it as much as he wants to?
You know, we got hoopers. We got hoopers. I don't know who the other hoopers are at the moment, but we got some other hoopers. No, I think the West Virginia thing. So West Virginia has NIL money.
Yes.
They proved that in the original, what I call the original like portal NIL year when we brought in everybody. Obviously, Huggy went off the deep end, and we subsequently lost everybody. We had
Yes.
to, and they've been trying to figure out how to do it since. I feel like DeVries. Everyone says I don't say his name right. I swear I say it the same way everybody else does, though. So I don't know if people are just playing games with me. But DeVries' class was very good too. I think Tuck getting hurt doesn't give it enough credit. Also, him leaving immediately. Tuck getting hurt, by the way. Some fishy was going on there. But I think the Tuck injury, him not playing out the season, kind of plays into that class not looking as good. But I think West Virginia's NIL bags are deeper than people think.
Yeah.
And they really haven't used them this offseason. I think they looked at Treysen Eaglestaff and said, well, we got some money to spend. Let's just go get somebody. Kentucky's looking at Treysen Eaglestaff. Well, we missed out on everybody else that was supposed to be a shooting wing. Let's circle the block.
All those things are fair. I don't think either are bad options for Eagle staff. Does this say anything about South Carolina to you? That they couldn't keep what was like their um not a signature commitment, but like a unexpectedly quality name commitment.
Uh, no, no. I think it was a surprise when he went there in the first place.
Yeah.
I didn't like the fit. I really didn't like the fit after Michi. I felt like it was something where it's like you're going there because you want to be the guy, but now you're kind of gonna be reduced to just a role. And if you're gonna play a role, why would you not go to Kentucky? And then now you have the opportunity to go to West Virginia and be the guy. So I feel like I think it's one of those situations where um, I, I I think South Carolina did to themselves getting Michi back, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I think so. Does it seem like they picked Michi over him?
No, no, I don't think they did individually. Perception versus reality. Do I think Kentucky picked Jalan Lowe over a Caden Lewis? I do not. If you're a Caden Lewis, you certainly feel that way.
Yeah.
Do I think South Carolina picked Michi Johnson over
Eagle staff.
no. If I'm Eagle staff, I certainly feel that way though. And I think we're in this portal era where perception's all that matters. I don't know if reality actually matters. We don't actually get to the point anymore, in my opinion, where coaches get the opportunity to prove themselves, unless you're the guy from Virginia. And look at the way they had to do that for him to get his opportunity.
I do think you bring up a good point with perception, and even if Eagle staff did not feel or South Carolina was set on what Eagle staff's role would be with Michi, the fact that it opened doors for others to creep in to, let's say, Eagle staff's DMs and for him to be interested, I do think that says something. Also, the contrast between the slow, methodical style and the deliberate style that Lamont Paris wants to play versus what and how wild a Michi, Eagle Staff, Eli Ellis backcourt would have been. Maybe it's a good thing for Lamont Paris that he's not having to pull his hair out at 30 footers taken every 5 seconds. Would have been an interesting match of styles for sure. But Eagle Staff back on the market. Maybe this gets wrapped up soon. That seems to be the rumor. We'll be back here on the Supers Media YouTube channel whenever it does. Just make sure you like and subscribe.